All right, so when we start looking at how to set up a Drosophila dihybrid cross, we have to do some things a little differently. So before we get started with those, let's revisit how we would set up a standard dihybrid cross. We would start out with a cross that looks something like this. And it is a horizontally organized cross in which when we foil, the foil would be the first, the outsides, the insides, and the last. That would give us the gamete combinations for that particular parent due to the independent assortment that we talked about in meiosis. When we move over to a Drosophila cross, instead of having this as a horizontal, we would actually write that first parent in a vertical alignment. And what we found was when we have as many different letters as we use for the Drosophila alleles, and then also the symbol of a plus for a wild type, keeping them as horizontal kind of gets them a little confused. So when we set it up this way, our foil begins to look more like this. All right, so let's set up a practice just to kind of talk about how we would make that look. So the cross that we're going to use right now is going to be an autosomal recessive between dumpy wing, which is just a really, really small wing. It's actually so small they can't fly, crossed with an ebony fly, which is a black body color fly. All right, so both of them are going to be autosomal recessive. The first step is that we're going to identify which one is going to be listed on top. I typically use whatever the first one is. So trait 1 over trait 2 would be dumpy over ebony. All right. To find out what the genotypes are of each parent, we understand that every fly is mutant for only one allele and then is the wild type for the other. So our dumpy parent would have 2 recessive dumpies with a slash between them. And for the ebony trait, because they are going to exhibit the wild type, we're going to use that plus sign. So now we're going to cross that with our ebony. And the ebony fly is, again, going to be wild type for the wing structure. So they would have a cross. All right, next step is to foil. Let's just rewrite these parents down here. Our first foil is going to be the first of each. Our insides our outsides, okay? And likewise, when we move over to our second parent, okay, when we start organizing these, we have to remember that whatever letter is on the top of our little line has to stay there. And that in this case, because both alleles are autosomal recessive, the positive sign, the wild type allele, is going to be dominant. So in this first box, my top would be a plus D. My bottom allele combination is going to be a plus EB. Likewise, over here, plus is going to come first. And if you notice in this cross, all boxes are exactly the same. For determining ratios, I have 16 that are going to be plus D over plus EB. And for the phenotypic ratio, I'm going to have 16 that are going to be the wild type over dumpy and the wild type over ebony, which would make this appear to be just a plain wild type fly.